There's a new EU ambassador to Ghana. Of course, Stay by Plan had to pull up for a quick visit. His Excellency Rune Skinnebach and his wife, Mrs. Lise Skinnebach, welcomed us right into their new home in Accra for a laid-back conversation. We wanted to know, what is it really like to start this new chapter in their lives? So come inside with us. Let's talk about culture, language, connections, and a fresh era for Ghana-EU relations.
Stay by plan, Accra, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan.
Hi guys, we are at the EU Ambassador's residence here in Accra. It's a special day. We are entering a new era. We have two amazing people joining us today for a lovely conversation, brief but very important conversation. We have His Excellency Mr. Rune Skinnebach and Lise Skinnebach, who have joined us here in Ghana for the next 4 years.
Yes.
So new era. Let me throw it to my lovely co-host, Afi.
Hi everyone, I'm so excited to be here. You know, we always give you guys inside scoop, inside information, and we are so excited to be having this conversation with you. So I want to go right into it. I'm sure some people are seeing you on the screen and they're like, who are they? Where are they from? So please let us know where you're from and what you're doing in the Stay by Plan couch in the EU residence. That's the hint. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Afi, and thank you, Zuu, for making it today. So we're coming from Malawi, where we were the past 4 years, but we are originally from Denmark.
Okay.
But we haven't lived there for the past 30 years or so, but touring around as humanitarian and development workers and later as diplomats. But we are from Denmark. That's the short answer.
Nice.
Well, that's certainly a big question, but first and foremost, it has been a very exciting life. I'm not sure, I think we've lived in 8 different countries.
Wow.
And therefore also that has obviously changed and broadened our perspective on life and on people. We have 3 children who have traveled with us. I think, or I hope, they have gained a very important lesson in terms of adapting and managing an ever-changing world.
Yeah.
And I hope that they, from this life, have learned to go out and meet people and not be afraid when things are different.
Yeah.
Because underneath the surface, we're all the same.
Cool.
Yeah, so I know you were in Ghana in 94. Were you here at the time?
Yes.
So you both were in Ghana in 1994. I mean, you just came back, you just got back for your new 4-year term, but how so far has it changed already? How much has it changed?
So we was looking at each other, stepping off the plane and saying, the smell, the heat, it's the same. Apart from that, everything has changed. We didn't recognize anything in the airport. We didn't recognize anything on the way from the airport to the hotel. But 2 things more have maybe remained the same. One is the Ghanaians, the smiles, the welcoming attitude, the laughter.
Was there something you really enjoyed about Ghana back then, more than 30 years ago maybe, that you're looking forward to trying again? It could be food, it could be a location.
As I said, the people, the company with the Ghanaians, we already enjoyed again, and we're looking forward to getting to know more people here. We have even tried to look up some of our old acquaintances, but in vain so far. For the food, I think that Ghanaian food is an acquired taste, but there's one thing that we haven't had yet that very much sticks with me, and that's chicken or guinea fowl in some kind of peanut sauce.
Yes, nice.
That
Groundnut
we
soup,
really
yes.
had a lot, or groundnut sauce.
The groundnut soup. Yeah.
So that I'm looking forward to again.
And don't forget the sweet Cape Coast pineapple. He has been raving about that or dreaming about that for the last 30 years.
Yes, that's true.
I think so. There's nothing like tropics fruits from the tropics. They are very sweet and the flavor is very intense. So what are you going to miss about Malawi?
We just left, or a couple of months ago, and as you might know, Malawi is considered the warm heart of Africa because of its incredibly friendly people. So we miss that in them, but then, hey, Ghana is also the warm heart of Africa.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So wait, just a quick recap. Can you tell us which countries you've been through in your diplomatic career? I guess you moved together. So what are the different countries that you stayed in?
So we started out in Ghana. I met my wife on the dance floor, and I asked her if she wanted to come with me to Africa.
Wow, that's a lot.
She had to
What could I say?
She had to think a bit about it, but eventually she came with me. And then from then we moved from Ghana briefly back to Denmark, but then we moved to Geneva, where we both worked with the International Red Cross.
Nice.
Okay.
Then my wife got a job with the UN in New York, and we moved to New York, where you were with UN and I was with the International Red Cross again. Then we moved to Haiti, Port-au-Prince. Then we moved to Brussels. Then we moved to Zambia. Then we moved back to Brussels, and then to Malawi, and now here.
Ghana. Wow.
So that's a
Well
brief.
traveled. Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
And what would you say, before you go, what would you say you have learned from traveling across so many countries and continents over your time?
I think what really matters is that in spite of all the differences in wealth, in terms of organizational attachment, in terms of colors of skin, in terms of religion, people are the same.
Yes.
As my wife was saying, underneath all the surface, we are all the same. We want the same thing. We can do the same thing. We like the same stuff. And that is what matters. That's also the bottom line of the widened horizons that we hope to have given to our kids. And that's what we take with us after a long life of traveling.
So if you were not, I'm asking a fun question. If you were not in diplomacy, what job do you think you'd have been doing by now? What other job?
Well, it's easy for my wife.
I'm not in diplomacy.
Yes.
I'm a psychologist.
That's interesting.
my profession,
Like
yeah.
Zoo. Zoo is a psychologist. Okay, he studied psychology. He's not a psychologist.
I'm not a psychologist,
He
but I studied it.
psychology,
Yes,
yes.
yeah.
So we
At
can-
Ligon,
Yes, I did. Yeah, at Legon, yes.
so did I.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Oh, there's a lot to connect on. See how things have changed in the last 30, 40.
Yes,
Yeah.
even though you were not there 30 years ago.
I wasn't there. But I'm sure, like we said, I'm sure it's the same. So.
True.
Legon hasn't changed that.
Yeah, it hasn't changed that
Exactly.
much.
Yeah, we were just out there. And it was the same vibe to it.
Yeah.
I hope I would have been a writer.
Interesting.
But most likely I would just have been a bureaucrat in Brussels. But that's my aspiration. Now you know how it is with life. We go with faith and it takes us somewhere. And the important thing is, of course, to accept that it's not fun all the time. And I'm sure being a writer wouldn't be fun all the time also. Then you have other concerns. So our faith have been traveling around with the sacrifices that goes with it, but also with the benefits that comes with it. And we've come to like it.
Nice. So, Mrs. Lise, I want to kind of flip the question a little bit for you. I know you're a psychologist. So what would you have done if you were not a psychologist?
I've never thought about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I actually love my profession, and I even think it's the only profession for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And now you're in Ghana. What would you describe Ghana as, like, in 3 words? What's the vibe in Ghana?
In 3 words?
Yeah.
Jovial,
Jovial,
light-hearted,
light-hearted,
and caring.
and caring. Oh, thank you.
Those are really good words. I like that.
It's just a little story from yesterday. I was walking, I was on my way to the gym and I stumbled. Nothing serious. I really just sort of, and a man came towards me and he just sort of stopped briefly on his bicycle and said, I'm sorry. And it was so nice.
Yeah.
It wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
It wasn't serious, but he saw me. Yeah, and that, I think, says it all about Ghana.
It's true. And in so many big cities, you can have people lying in the streets and people walk past them as if it's nothing. And here you stumble and people stop.
Yeah, it's true. I think I've heard that quite a number of times, especially from people who are non-Ghanaian. They say Ghanaians are very empathetic. And I work with a Japanese person and he was like, why do you people say sorry? Like, you haven't done anything. But I think Ghanaians really, I do agree with you. We are always thinking about the next person.
Yeah, it's very valuable.
Yeah, agreed. So earlier you met with the president, John Mahama, and you had a very important conversation, a meeting about you, and you spoke about your plans for the youth and for education and so on. Like, can you briefly share with our viewers what you have planned
For us,
yes, the youth.
So it's true. I met with the president at the occasion of handing over my credentials last Friday, and you can imagine how these conversations go. It's all it's very strategic, but it's also very orchestrated and premeditated in a sense. But we had the opportunity to exchange a bit on substance also, and clearly in Ghana, as in many other African countries in particular, the big potential with the youth needs to be harnessed. This is something that the EU, along with other development partners, but that the EU is very, very much appreciative of. It's something that we are trying to do through our programs, where we put some of our focus on education, but also through our structures where we have established this youth council that we try to involve in our programming efforts, that we try to involve in our strategic decision making, that we try to involve in our outreach, because we are aware that the youth is not only a potential for Ghana, but it's also potential ambassadors for the EU. We want the EU to be the reference of the youth. We think that's where there are opportunities, that's where there are values, that's where there are principles that also young Ghanaians should adhere to.
Okay. Nice. Very good answer.
Yeah, it's very, very good answer. I think we are excited. We are looking forward to your tenure and all the amazing things you'll be doing in these 4 years. And I'm excited that we had this conversation as well. It's really cool to come and chill in your house and have this very nice conversation.
Yes. I'm very pleased to meet you, Lisa, as well. Excited to see what you do as well while you are here. And we're pleased to have you guys. So welcome again. And
thanks so much, Afi and Zuu. And maybe we could decide or agree already now that we do the same thing in a year's time, and then we can catch up and see if we have succeeded in making a difference.
Yes,
for sure.
I think that's a good
Let's
one.
do that.
So this has been so fun. Of course, we can't let them go without testing their Ghanaian knowledge. So which Ghanaian words do you know?
You know, when we were here 30 years ago, the main word or sound to get attention from a waiter, to get somebody to look at you so you could greet them, to get the taxi to stop, even on the big highway, would be Psssst. that worked everywhere. But since I have arrived, as I said, Ghanaians are very welcoming, and they have all said Akwaba.
Yes,
that's
welcome.
the word I've learned now.
Nice. But that really shows that you've been living in Ghana. That's so accurate.
That's so real. That's so real. Yeah, it works a charm. And do you know any Ghanaian words? We can teach you some too. So
Please, but if you say Akwaba, I say Medasi.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
Amazing,
That's nice.
Amazing. I also teach you Akwaba means welcome in the Ewe land. The Ewe people say Wezo. Wezo, yeah, means welcome. Wezo,
yes. Wezo.
What do the Ghana people say?
Somebody help me. I don't know. What the Ghana people say?
Obake.
Obake.
Yes, means welcome.
Are you sure? Obake.
Obake. Yes. So different ways to say welcome. So
I know how to
anytime
say.
you want to welcome people, you taught you 3 ways to say it.
Please let me stick to it. I know how to say thank you in Ewe. So that's Akpe.
Yes. Okay.
Akpe.
Are you going to be testing us in one
Yes,
year?
we're testing 1 year.
We'll have a test.
We will have doubled our vocabulary.
Amen to that.
So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for joining us. And this has been a very lovely conversation. with the new ambassador, EU ambassador to Ghana, Mr. Rune Skinnebach and Mrs. Lise Skinnebach.
Yes, his lovely wife.
Thank
Thank you
you
guys
so
so
much.
much.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Bye.